everyone. Welcome back to the G's channel. Today we are going to be answering your questions that you asked us. I'm excited for it. He's excited for it. You better be excited for it because we're going to get right into it. All right.
Let's do this.
So you want to go first?
Sure. Do we know who asked these questions?
I don't remember.
Oh, great. All right. The first one is night owls or early birds?
I myself am a night owl. I'm a little rodent. I like watching TikTok at 3 a.m. and I like waking up the next day at 12 p.m. It's just the way I roll.
I am an early birdie because the early birdie gets to worm me. I am up every day at like 6 a.m. I am ready to roll, and even without my coffee, I am like energetic, bouncing off the walls, ready to go.
Yep. Basically. Wakes me up all the time.
Sorry.
All right. Let's see. What do you think is the key to a healthy relationship? I think patience is the key. Just because everyone does have a different story and has different traumas. So I think being patient and being understanding, I think that's the number one thing, at least for me.
Yeah, I would say that. Also, kind of off for me, but humor. I feel like humor is a big thing. Like, you have to be able to laugh with each other, maybe laugh at each other sometimes, and have fun with it.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it all comes with chemistry, too. If
Yeah.
you just don't like a person, it's not going to work.
Yeah, no, she laughs at me all the time, and I get it.
All right. Do you believe in ghosts? Do I? I have a ghost tattoo on my ankle.
We also have ghost equipment,
Yes, we do.
which may come in handy one day.
Foreshadowing. Yeah, I definitely believe in ghosts. I've had a lot of experiences with ghosts. Some cute, some not so cute. But yeah, I definitely believe in ghosts. I love little ghosties.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, we moved into our new house. It's kind of lame, but we had orbs, which was, at the time I was like 5. I was like, oh my God, what is that? But
Yeah.
now it's kind of like, it's orbs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had a couple cool little things. I feel like we've had some here.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
In that closet right over there.
That you cannot see.
Ghosties live in there. We should do our own like ghost segment episode. Maybe we'll just get like spooky with it.
Spooky with it in that closet.
Yeah, we'll go in the closet, in the attic.
Have you ever broken a bone?
I fractured my finger, actually, this finger to be exact. I broke it on someone's knee playing a water balloon fight. Knee, finger, fracture.
That's brutal. My thumbs are a little off from skateboarding. I one time landed while skateboarding, and I landed like that, and my thumb has never been straight ever since. Yeah, other than that, like, I've had some really weird things. Like, this is kind of gruesome, but my tooth got stuck in someone's head.
Oh.
Let you picture that for a while.
Your tooth got stuck in someone's head?
Yeah, we were like wrestling in a hallway at my friend's house when we were kids, and his older brother and I were wrestling, and my tooth got stuck in his head. It was gross. It was absolutely gross and wicked, but I think it's funny. All right. What's your most embarrassing moment?
I have many. I'm an embarrassing gal.
It's tough for me off the top of my head because I'm not genuinely embarrassed by things that probably most people would say are embarrassing.
I have a lot. I don't know which one
what
to
I would
even
say.
share. There was one time in middle school, I didn't like to sit on the toilet seat. So I would line it with toilet paper. And then what ended up happening is when I got up from the toilet and when I was finished doing what I do, a piece of toilet paper got stuck in my skirt. So I was walking down the halls with this trail of toilet paper behind me until this one girl went, ah! And then,
Hello.
And then I was like, what? She's like, you have toilet paper. And thank God no one saw it besides her. She's a real run for that. But yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
That is the most like 1980s movie trope comedy thing,
Well,
and I feel like it's so fitting for you.
The most random things happen to me. I witnessed someone slip on a banana peel.
I've heard about that.
Like, that was the greatest memory I've ever had. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just a comical gal.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I feel like I might have to come back to that. I can't think of something off the top of my head.
All right.
I'm not embarrassing at all.
If you could go back in time, what would you tell your younger self? Oh my God.
Smile. It's
Smile.
not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, it sucked sometimes.
Were you anti-smiling when you were a kid?
I was just angsty, you know? I was very angsty. Like, I tend to be not always alone, but I liked to be alone when I was a kid, like just skateboarding and being on my own. I was very angsty, I feel like. There's a lot going on.
I would tell myself to not let people dictate your emotions. If you're sad about something, then be sad about something. Don't let other people be like, oh, it's not that bad, or have someone who hurt you try to like back themselves out and be like, I wasn't even mean. Like, let yourself feel the emotion. Like, you have a right to that. And I would just say, like, that's going to help you in the long run. Like, I still suffer with that, where I'm just kind of like, someone could like push me down the flight of stairs and I'll be like, oh, that's okay. So I'm trying to like get better at that, but it's okay to feel emotion. You have the right to feel sad, mad, whatever, happy. Just don't let anyone take that from you.
2 side notes. A, I would never push her downstairs. Don't take that from this video. And also, again, for me, smile, because you're going to marry the most beautiful woman ever.
Oh, he's a little charmer, ain't he?
Yeah, but it's true.
Are you guys introverted or extroverted, and how well does that fit into your lifestyles as a couple? I would say we're pretty introverted. We're not like... We like to stay in our little bubble.
We could have our moments.
Yeah.
But I feel like for the most part, we kind of like... We are the type at a party where we will sit in the corner and kind of judge the room.
Oh, 100%.
Read the room a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, I could definitely say, like, in a large crowd, I would probably be a little more introverted, but...
Yeah, and I think we balance each other out good. Solely because, like, if you would have put him in a crowd of people, he would be the first one to talk. But, like, if we were at a counter ordering something, he gets a little shy, so then I'll step up and I'll order for him. So, like, I think we do a good job balancing each other off. Which,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. We're a good match.
Match made in heaven.
All right. What was the last dream you had? Oh, boy.
I actually remember this very vividly. I had a dream last night that I was at a 5-star Starbucks. Like, it was a restaurant, and it was my birthday. And they were giving anyone who had a birthday these, like, Nutella-filled waffle pockets with, like, a giant candle. And I was waiting for mine, and everyone seemed to have a birthday in the place, so it took a while to get mine. And then the manager came up to me and offered me a job, and I said yes. And I woke up.
I would have been very upset because I would have wanted the waffle.
I never got my waffle cake.
Yeah, instead you have to work.
I picked up hours. I picked up a shift.
Yeah, you got shift.
Yeah, basically sums up me too.
What was the last dream I had? I remember driving in the desert. I think this was maybe not last night, but the night before. We were driving in the desert. I think we were chasing like a meteor shower.
I was with you?
Yeah. You're always in my dreams. Terrorizing me. But we were just driving through the desert, chasing after this meteor shower, and I assumed that it was probably like a UFO or aliens, because I always tend to kind of dream about aliens, which is terrifying to me. Why do they call you Blue? Ah, this is for me.
Wow, that worked out perfectly.
Look at that. Why do they call me Blue? Traumatizing story, actually. Well, on the softer note, my eyes are baby blue. Jesus. My eyes are a shade of baby blue. I feel like they were bluer when I was a kid, and maybe I can insert a photo of me as a kid right about here. Ting, ting, ting. But as I got older, they're still very blue, especially in sunlight. But I feel like they're not quite as blue as they used to be. Also, on the traumatizing side of that story, the day I was born, I was choking on the umbilical cord, and my face turned blue, and I died for a couple minutes. And luckily, they brought me back, and here I am, alive and well, just for you, YouTube. It's traumatizing though.
Ooh, this is a good one. I like it. What is one misconception about you?
Oh, I got one. Everybody thinks I'm Italian because my last name ends with a vowel. The G stands for Gonzalo, and it is not Italian. I'm not Italian. It's a Portuguese name, but we were raised a little more Irish.
I'd say for me, everyone thinks I'm very standoffish and very mean. I've heard that a lot of times actually, like when I would start a new job or anything. Even he thought that when he first saw me.
When you like sit and stare, it's very clear you're like judging or just angry about something.
But like I'm really not. Like I'm like the sweetest person ever. Like I don't know. I don't think I'm judgy. Like most likely if I have a bitch face on, it's because I'm terrified of everyone in the room and I'm focusing on not crying. But I could assure you, like
it's like a bee where they're more afraid of you than you are
exactly.
of them.
Like
But
I'm a little
nobody
mouse.
knows that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that.
Yeah. So
they hit you with the stinger.
yeah, a lot of people say I'm mean, but I'm not. I'm a big old sweetie pie.
Which social media do you prefer and why?
TikTok.
Facebook.
Easy peasy. TikTok.
Facebook.
I like TikTok because it's funny. Instagram could get boring. Facebook is just family. Twitter, I don't even have Twitter, but it sounds awful.
Well, it's X now.
X. Oh yeah, X.
We moved on from Twitter.
Elon Musk.
I never had Twitter.
I had a while ago. It's just all news.
Actually, that's a lie. I did have Twitter for a day, and I didn't know what was going on. And I felt like nobody cared unless you were famous, so I hopped off. Facebook for me, because I can actually watch Instagram Reels and TikTok Reels on Facebook, but also I am very connected with my family. The first thing I did when I got Facebook, I was 10, and I literally went into the search bar and typed in my last name and added every person I could find. And we actually had a family reunion all because of that.
Sounds a little unsafe, but I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, no, I'm glad too. My parents had a lot of trust in me at 10 years old, but hey, we met a lot of cool people on the internet.
How's the wedding planning going?
Oh.
It's a spicy one.
Oh.
It's going great. Do you see the pain in my eyes? No, realistically, it is going good. I mean, we've been great.
It's been like, I feel like we are so like, we got to do things like right when it happens.
Yeah.
So like within a week after getting engaged, I feel like
we
had everything. We were like venue, photographer, DJ, everything done. We just need cake.
Yeah. It's been going good though. I mean, drama's bound to happen with any wedding. I've never heard of one wedding that didn't have drama. But it's been going good. You know, on our end, we've been great.
Mm-hmm.
It's been exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah, can't wait. 4 months away.
Then we will officially be the G's, technically.
Yeah. I'm not a G.
It's not legit yet. Sorry. Oh, almost had to. Biggest regret?
Oh. I feel like I don't care enough about life to have regrets.
For
you
me,
know, like it ain't that deep.
That was pretty deep, actually. For me, it's kind of like the embarrassing moment thing where it's like, I don't focus on it too hard. Like, I'm always very like, what's next? What's next? What are we doing next? Where are we going? I don't like to sit there and be like, damn, why didn't I do that when I was like 12 years old? And why am I
Yeah.
still thinking about it?
Like easily, like I guess I could look back at high school and be like, oh, I wish I signed up for more. But 16-year-old Ashley would not want to hear that. So like at the time, I was very clear I didn't want to join up for any of that. So like is it a regret if at the time you really wanted that? You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. It's never that deep. If you miss an opportunity to do something, you still have time to do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess like same thing if I would to say anything at all. Maybe I kind of wish I did play baseball in high school because I love baseball. Baseball is a sport. Sorry to anybody that hates this, but go Red Sox. I just, yeah, same thing. When I was in high school, like I had started my band freshman year, and then I started working. I was working since I was 13, but I started working like almost full-time hours when I was 16, 17 years old. So I just feel like I didn't really have a lot of time for it in high school, and I do kind of wish I gave myself more time for that. But at the same time, I'm like, the high school I went to didn't have the best team either.
You didn't want to lose. You don't want to be a loser.
I don't want to get stuck there.
Alrighty. Which SpongeBob character would you want to live with?
Live with? Oh, jeez. My leg.
Yeah, can we live with him?
No, actually, no, because his insurance bill must be insane. Forget that. I'm gonna go with living like Larry, man. Larry. He's got like a healthy lifestyle. I love that. He's always positive.
Like with every being in me, I want to say Sandy Cheeks, but she would annoy me with all her science stuff, and I feel like yeah, that yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Probably Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
I always liked his house in the Me Millionth Dollar episode.
That's a cool room.
I think he had like a nice setup. Yeah. He owns a business.
It's true. He's got money.
I would have a sister.
That's true.
I would have the whale. I mean,
Pearl.
The
whale.
That would be my big sis. So yeah, probably Mr. Krabs. Well, this is for me. How did we do that? Like, you got the question for you, I got one for me.
Oh.
Did you know Austin was going to propose? I would be lying if I said I didn't, and here's the story. I was actually working at a place, and this girl who I was friends with was like, it was like these like angel tarot cards, and she was like, ask it a question. And, you know, just for shits and giggles, I was like, am I gonna get married? And oh my God, the first card was like, let go of your past. Second card was wedding bells, and the third card was like the actual wedding ceremony. And I literally like almost died on the spot. And literally I came home and I told him, and he's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then a week later he proposed, and he was like, you literally told me that the day I got the ring. It was so weird. I fully believe in all that stuff. I mean, how could you not? That's crazy. That's nuts. But like, I knew and I didn't, if that makes any sense.
No, I'm with that. Yeah. I remember that too, when you had the tarot card thing and you told me about it. And I was kind of like sitting there the whole time listening to it, like, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. How did y'all meet?
Would you like to share the story?
Sure. So actually, I moved to this town, and I hated it, but nonetheless,
one good thing came out of it.
Yeah. And my mom would take me to like this local grocery store. And like, it was so weird because like, I remember being at the customer service desk, and then I just had like the feeling to look to my left, and I did. And then this one was staring right at me. And literally the first thought that came to my head was, he's going to be your husband. And that like scared me, because I'm like, I don't even know his name, and like, he's gonna be my husband. So like,
your mom even said it.
Yeah. She was like, one day that's gonna be my son-in-law. It was super weird. And then, you know, we tried to, you know, date back then, but life was just weird at the time. So 4 years passed actually, and we reconnected on Instagram because he followed me. And it was like no time has passed at all. We
Yeah.
went out for drinks
Well,
and
let's be real. We went out for one drink.
one drink.
We were sitting at this bar for almost 4 to 5 hours, and I'm sure the bartender hated us.
I just
It just went
a lot of
everywhere.
oxygen there.
But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I didn't live in the town I was working in. I grew up in a different town, but my brother had a job at this grocery store, and the one he was working at closed, and then he moved to this new one, and that's where I got hired. And I think I met you pretty quickly because I was 17, and it was like then I think we met pretty quickly. And they would come through my aisle all the time. They would always, well, her mom would always talk to me. She would always hide behind her mom because
I was too cool to say anything. I'd be looking at the gum like,
yeah.
do I want gum?
Reading the nutritional facts on the gum packages. But yeah, and I remember too, actually, we're going to get into a little story for a minute. My band was going on tour. It was the summer I graduated high school. And I was so excited because I was like, I'm leaving this job. Me and my brother are leaving. We're going on tour together. It's going to be cool. And the one thing I thought of was, before I leave, before I quit, I have to ask this girl for her phone number. I'd love to hang out with her. And I put my 2 weeks in. There I was, very excited to ask her for my phone number. And to the biggest near heart attack I almost had, her and her mother did not show up until my second to last day. Now,
I was playing hard to get.
Yes, very much so. And mind you, they would come in almost every other day. All of a sudden, I put my 2 weeks in, and nothing. I was like, But luckily, second to last day working there, she showed up. I saw her because of we had like big windows at the store. So I saw them coming. I always recognized their car. And I was so excited. Like I was like literally running around my register, not knowing what to do. And finally you came up to my register, and I feel like I almost like shouted it at you a little bit.
You probably did.
Yeah, I was probably just like, hey, can I get your number? Sorry.
I just need a number.
But yeah, that's kind of how we met.
That's how we met.
That's how this all started. And now you are watching the G's. Cheddar cheese with the G's.
Oh. Cheddar, what?
Cheddar. Cheddar cheese with the G's. Come on, you can't say cheddar. Cheddar.
Your turn.
My turn?
We could each grab one because
we have one.
we reached the end of the bowl.
Aliens. She's protecting herself. Favorite movie?
Let me tell you something. The Great Gatsby. I have a tattoo over it.
Oh yeah? Let me tell you something. Logan, because I have a Wolverine tattoo mixed with Stitch.
I thought you were gonna say Harry Potter.
No. I mean, Harry Potter's up there for sure.
You watch that more than Logan, though.
Because I can't watch Logan with you around. Because it's brutal.
That supposed to be?
It's gruesome, and you don't like blood, and there's a lot of blood, and like. That's my favorite movie. It's also heartbreaking. It's one of the first movies I've like remember vividly crying to. Because
oh, you look like a little ice cream sundae. Sorry, you could continue. Thank you guys so much for your questions! Thank you guys so much! You can catch our next video next Wednesday. We have a video coming out every single Wednesday. That was an announcement. I forgot to say it was an announcement, but
surprise!
So yeah, catch us next Wednesday, and we'll be doing the same shit. Not the same. We're not gonna be doing questions every time, but it's just gonna be us doing some shit
in front of this cool wall.
Yeah, our brick wall.
Yeah, brick wall here. Look at that. It's a brick wall.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye. Thank you. Like and subscribe to our videos.